Half a day students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
PBS University is a program by PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education in conjunction with public school teachers. These lessons are created to provide both parents and students with a unique educational experience while helping students to continue learning at home. PBS University, next on PBS Guam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come along, let's sing a song. We'll have a great adventure. Today's the day, let's learn and play. We'll have a great adventure. Numbers, letters, science things, all that we can do. Help you deal with how you feel. Share with us too. It's super cool and just like school, our awesome learning adventures. So grab a friend, the fun will end. Our awesome learning adventures. Awesome learning adventures with PBS University.
Mabuhay, boys and girls! That's a greeting in Tagalog. I'm Miss Lanata and I'm your pre-K literacy teacher. So today we are going to learn about symbols. Do you know what a symbol is? No? That's okay because we're going to learn about it today. So before we begin, we need to do our I can statement. So our I can statement is, I can tell what is a symbol. Can you say it after me? Okay, let's try. I can tell what is a symbol. Your turn. Good job. So a symbol is a drawing, a shape, or an object that represents an idea. So let's go ahead and talk about some symbols and what they mean. The first symbol we're going to look at is a heart. It may have many meanings, but one meaning we know it to have is love. So this symbol is a symbol of recycling. It's a way to help protect the earth. Here is another symbol. This Red Cross symbol is used in hospitals and by doctors so they can be easily identified, as the red color often represents danger. I'm sure you've seen these symbols before. This is a stop sign. You see these on the side of the road and they tell you to stop. This is another road symbol. This tells the driver to slow down and yield the right of way to pedestrians and vehicles that are approaching from another direction. As you can see, there are many symbols, and those were only a few of the symbols that we see in our daily lives. So the last symbol that I want to share with you guys are letters. So letters are symbols for different words and sounds. So if we take these individual letters and we rearrange them or take them out, we can use them to make words. such as cat. So if you take C-A-T, we make the word cat. Letters are so important in our daily lives because letters make words and words make sentences. And those sentences can be put together to create books that we read. So today we're going to read a story called The Children Who Loved Books. The Children Who Loved Books by Peter Carnevus. Angus and Lucy didn't have very much. They didn't have a television, they didn't have a car, they didn't even have a house. But Angus and Lucy had books, hundreds of them. They were stacked here and piled there, balanced, propped, and shoved in all kinds of odd places. Books cluttered every corner of their home until one day, their home could take no more. The books had to go. But things were not the same. Bowls slid off the table. Angus couldn't reach the window. And because there was more space in their home, there was a lot more space between them all. Then one afternoon, something tumbled from Lucy's school bag. "What's this?" said Dad. "A book," Lucy answered. "From where?" asked Mom. "The library," Lucy replied. Mom and Dad looked at the book. They opened it. Dad read the first sentence aloud, then the second. The children moved closer as Dad turned the page and read on. The light faded and the family moved inside, Dad reading all the way. They huddled beside the lamp and listened to the story. That night, as darkness fell upon the town, one small home shone brighter than the other. The next day, as the family yawned their good mornings, they were closer than ever before. With bleary eyes and full hearts, they rode through the clean morning air. Nobody had said a word, but Angus and Lucy knew exactly where they were going. Angus and Lucy didn't have very much, but they had all they would ever need. Welcome back, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I did. So before you go, we're going to go ahead and review what we learned today about symbols. So what is a symbol? So remember, a symbol is a picture or an object that represents an idea, okay? And the most important symbol that we learned about today are letters. Because letters make words, words make sentences, and sentences make up the stories in the books that we like to read, right? So just remember, like Angus and Lucy, not everybody has everything, right? But there's always a silver lining to everything. And for Angus and Lucy, it was having books that they can read, that they enjoyed. So I hope to see you next time. Bye, boys and girls.
Hi, friends! Welcome back to PBS University. I'm Mrs. Perez, and today we're going to learn some pre-K math. I'm so excited because today we get to learn one of my favorite math topics about sizes, like small, medium, and large. I have a few friends here who want to meet you, like Mr. Dimetrodon. Aw, he's so cute and small. Do you know another word for small? Tiny? Oh, that's a good one. Sometimes he's so tiny that I need a magnifying glass to see him. Oh, there he is. Hi. My next friend is Mr. Triceratops. He's bigger than Dimetrodon, but he's smaller than the Stegosaurus. He'd be considered medium, and Stegosaurus would be considered large. What's another word for large? Big! Yeah! Oh, Mr. Triceratops, you're not big, and you're not small. Whoa, that reminds me of a book that I read. I want to read it to you guys. Let's go! You Are Not Small, written by Anna King and illustrated by Christopher Wyant.
You are small.
I am not small. You are big.
I am not big, see? They are just like me. You are small.
I am not small. See? They are just like me. You are big.
You are all small.
You are all big.
Small.
Big.
Small.
Big.
Boom.
See? I am not small.
See? I am not big.
No, you are not big. You are big and you are small.
And you are not small. You are small and you are big.
I am hungry.
Let's eat.
You are hairy. The end. I love that book. It shows us that sometimes we can be bigger and sometimes we can be smaller. Maybe we're big and small. Just like Mr. Stegosaurus, he was bigger than Triceratops and Dimetrodon. But wait! Oh no! Here comes an even bigger dinosaur! This is Maya. This is Omo. And this is Zoe. Maya is bigger than Omo, and Omo is smaller than Maya. Omo is bigger than Zoe, and Zoe is smaller than Omo. Maya's the biggest. Zoe's the smallest. But that is Luca. He is smaller than all the children. The children are all different sizes, but they love to play together. Now I want you to go around your house to find things that are small, medium, and large. Can you do that? I bet you can. Before we go, let's check out Omo's room to see what we can play with and learn with today. Let's go! Today in Omo's room, we're playing and learning sizes with ice cream cones. Omo's preparing ice creams of different sizes. Let's see what sizes he has. Small, medium, and large. I wonder if we can get some ice cream to share. I would like the large ice cream.
Yeah, I think 20.
Thank you for the large ice cream. Can I have a small ice cream?
I can.
Thank you for the small ice cream. Now, can I have the medium ice cream?
Daddy, Liam.
Thank you. Thanks for learning and playing with us in Omo's room. All that ice cream made our math monster so hungry. He wants some ice cream too. But before we feed him, let's say the poem. Math monster, munch, munch, munch. I want the bigger ice cream for my lunch. Which of these two ice creams is bigger? If you said it's this one, you're absolutely right. Ready? Munch! Thanks for helping me feed our math monster. He's super full now, and now he's ready to learn. Just like you learned about sizes today, like small or tiny, medium and large or big. Now remember, friends, playing is learning, so keep on playing. Have fun, friends. Bye.
Welcome, pre-K students. Welcome to science. Let's see who will be teaching us science today.
Awesome. Hello, boys and girls. Mabuhay, and welcome to pre-K science. If you forgot, that's okay, but my name is Mr. Diego. I wonder what we're going to be learning about in science today. I can look around the classroom and see some clues, but let's look in our treasure box to see what we will learn in science today. Oh, I see a flower. Oh, we're gonna learn about parts of a plant. Awesome. So I have with me a plant activity. No, not a real plant, a plant activity. Here is our activity. Now, I'm supposed to draw which part of the plant is which. Now, here is the flower, but I don't know which part of the plant is flower. Here's the word stem, but I'm not too sure which of the plant is the stem. Here's leaf, but I'm not too sure which of the plant is the leaf. And here are roots, and I'm not too sure which of the plant is roots. So to help me figure this out, I have with me William and Frankie. They're gonna help us figure out parts of a plant. Amazing. So I'm here with Frankie and William. Frankie, we're going to find parts of a plant. What's the first part we're going to look for?
A root.
We're gonna look for the roots. William, you think we can find the roots? Let's do it.
I see some.
Oh, there's the roots. I can see them. Can you tell us what part of the plant we're finding next?
The stem.
The stem. Awesome. Now let's look at this plant. Oh, I can see it. Beautiful. William, can you show us which part of that plant is the stem?
This.
Awesome.
Part of the stem.
That's the stem. William, what's the next part of the plant that we're looking for?
Leaves.
Leaves. All right, let's see if we can get Frankie. Where is Frankie? Where is she? There she is. Frankie, I know that's a little plant in front of you. Can you show us where the leaves are?
Okay. This is a leaf.
That's the leaves. Cool. Is
Flower.
flower. Awesome. Thank you, William. Here's Frankie next to a plant. Awesome. Frankie, could you show us the flower? of a plant? I see it. I see it. That white flower right in between the leaves. Awesome. Thank you, Frankie.
Those were our 4 parts of the plant. I think I saw the plants that were different sizes. I wonder if they get any bigger or smaller.
Plants come in all shapes and sizes. They can be small ones or big ones. Let's go outside to see the different sizes of plants. William, can you show us a small plant? Awesome. Frankie, can you show us a big plant? Yeah, this is a tree. Look how big the roots are. Can you point to the roots, Frankie? Whoa.
Thank you, Frankie and William. Plants come in all sizes, big and small. Now that we know plants can be all sizes, big and small, let's try and remember the parts of a plant.
So we learned about those 4 different parts of a plant. The first, roots. Roots. The second, stem. Stem. The third, leaves. And the fourth, the flower. Smells good. Now, these parts of the plant help the plant in different ways. Now, the roots and the stem, they act almost as a straw. Now, we know that plants need water. How does a plant get water throughout? The roots and stem act like a straw. Refreshing. What else does a plant need? It needs dirt. Where else is a plant going to live in? Of course, nice dirt helps a plant feel comfy at home. And last but not least, the leaves help collect energy from the sun. The light the sun gives to the leaves help the plant survive. That's actually part of our next episode in science. See you there. All right, to end our lesson on parts of a plant, let's take a drive around our beautiful island of Guam, looking at all the beautiful plants. We'll start in the village of Talafofo. Look at all the beautiful plants. I can see lots and lots and lots of leaves. Let's fast forward a little bit. Wow, look at the beaches we're passing by and even more plants. We can see the many beautiful jungles that are on our island of Guam. We can see that right next to the road, plants everywhere. If we look closely, we can see some coconut trees showing up. Wow, that was awesome. Thank you, boys and girls, for attending Science with Mr. Diego. Take care.
Hafa students, welcome to PBS University. My name is John Fernandez, and I'm the Superintendent of the Guam Department of Education. These PBS University lessons are made to help you to continue learning. The teachers here prepared fun lessons on science, character education, math, English, and more, and they made it for you, the students of Guam. We're very grateful to them for their instruction. We're also thankful for you students, parents, and guardians who are watching. Remember, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon in the next school year. Thank you.
Mabuhay, boys and girls. That's a greeting in Tagalog. I'm Mrs. Pacheco, and I'm your pre-K teacher for Fun with Fine Arts. Today we're going to be talking about different types of art. There's so many types of art, and I can't wait to share them all with you. Do you have a favorite kind of art? Me too! Let's go ahead and talk about the different kinds of art. Before we go though, we should talk about the different kinds of art there are. There's so many. There's painting, drawing, sculptures, digital art, dancing, theater, music. There's so many ways to express yourself. What's your favorite kind of art? Mine too. I love art, and I can't wait to share all of it with you.
Before we look at art, let's see if you know your shapes. Do you see any shapes that you know? Let's look at this first shape. Do you know what this shape is? Of course, it's a triangle. A red triangle. Do you know what this shape is? Of course, a blue circle. How about this shape? Do you know what this shape is? Yup, a green square. How about this shape? Do you know what this shape is? Yup, a pink rectangle. How about this shape? Do you know what this shape is? Yup, a yellow oval. Now that we know all of our shapes, let's see how many shapes we can find in real life art. Here is a mural you can find on Guam. A mural is a giant piece of art that's usually put on a wall. They're too big for paper. Let's see how many shapes we can find in this piece of art. I see one square, one rectangle, one triangle, one other triangle. Do you see any other shapes? How about these two circles for eyes? There are so many shapes in real life art. Do you see any other shapes in this work of art? Let's look at another one. Here's another mural you can find on Guam. Let's see how many shapes we can find. One circle for the ball. Two ovals for the eyes. One circle for the other ball. One oval. And one rectangle on the boombox. Oh, and two more circles for the glasses. Do you see any more shapes? Here's an artist named Piet Mondrian. Can you say Mondrian? Mondrian was a Dutch painter known for using squares and rectangles. Can you see the squares and rectangles in his work of art? What colors can you see in Piet Mondrian's work of art? Awesome! I see blue, red, and yellow. Here is an artist named Wassily Kandinsky. Can you say Kandinsky? Awesome! Kandinsky was a Russian painter. He liked to use circles in his works of art. Let's see if we can make some art with circles like he did. I'm going to start out with an orange circle. Let's add on some different shades of orange. Now some pink and some peach and some yellow, maybe a little brown and red. Does that look like one of the circles from Kandinsky's work of art? Whew, there is so many types of beautiful art in the world. I can't wait to try and make some with you. Until next time, paalam. That means goodbye in Tagalog. And remember, spread love, not germs.
Welcome back, boys and girls. I'm Miss Desiree, your pre-K teacher for social and emotional learning. Today, we are going to be learning about self-love. I know, everyone loves us already. But the most important person to love yourself is you. How do I do this, you ask? Well, I'm going to be going over some things that will help us towards our goal of loving me. Well, you, of course. You know what I mean. So, how do you love yourself? Well, doing things that make you happy, like painting your nails or jumping on the trampoline. What are some things that make you happy?
I like to play with my cousins and make experiments with my mom, and I like to paint.
Everyone has good days and, well, some bad days. And when you find yourself in a tough situation, take a deep breath and look for the good in a situation. This may help you through some things and possibly learn from it too. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Something I do with my daughter is practice positive self-talk. I am smart, I am beautiful, I am kind, and I am a strong princess. It's okay to reward yourself with kind words. I like the way my hair is looking. You did so well. That was super brave of you. You don't have to say these words out loud. You can say them to yourself. Let yourself know how amazing you are. Because you are.
Hi, I'm Cal. I am courageous, able, and a leader.
So, I'm going to give you a little challenge this week. See how many you can say or point out about yourself quietly in your head that are good. You can keep a tally of how many nice things you say about yourself.
Half a day, I'm Kat. I'm kind, amazing, and talented.
It can be tough at first, but force yourself. Come up with 3 nice things every day and say them to yourself. It can be as simple as, I didn't want to go to school today, but I got up and went anyways. That's 1. Raising my hand in class makes me nervous, but I did it today. That's 2. My hair is super cute. That's 3. Start saying nice things about yourself, and guess what? You will start feeling better.
Hello, I'm Josh. I am joyful, outstanding, smart, and helpful.
And when you start feeling better, you also start feeling more confident. And confident vibes attract the right friends because you don't need others to tell you that you're great. You already know that for a fact. So try it for a week and see how it goes. I will end my lesson with a video. I hope you enjoy it and that it helps you with your challenge this week. I'll see you next time. Remember, be safe, be respectful, be responsible.
I like being you, said the reflection in the mirror. To me, you are perfectly perfect. I blushed. Me? Yes, you. And by the way, you have wonderful eyes. I blinked, astonished. I do? Absolutely. They sparkle like stars on the darkest of nights. I gazed downward. Thank you. Your eyes sparkle too. Sweet of you to say. You have a marvelous voice. I gently whispered, You really think so? Of course. You sound as joyous as a songbird, whistling in the trees. And you have a magnificent smile. I sheepishly grinned. Well, Mama always says, start every day with a smile. I agree. Your smile is as bright and cheerful as the sun in the sky. And you are quite smart. I took a step towards the mirror. I do try very hard. You sure do. You're as brilliant as a rocket scientist. I like that you are friendly. I leaned in closer. It's very important to be nice, you know. It sure is. You're as peaceful as a butterfly. And you have a lot of courage. I raised my head high. I auditioned for the school play today. Outstanding. You're as brave as a lion. You're a fantastic dancer. I spread my arms wide. Watch how fast I can twirl. Around and around I went. Amazing. You're as graceful as a dolphin gliding through the sea. I plopped on the ground, giggling as the room playfully spun around. And you have a terrific laugh. Thank you very much. Your chuckle fills the air with bubbly joy. But most of all, I like your heart. Your kindness is as beautiful as a rainbow. I stood up and walked towards the mirror. To me, you are perfectly perfect. I gently pressed my hands against the glass. I like being you. We smiled in unison. I like being you too. I want to be you forever.
Welcome, my little Dikiki friends, to PBS University. It's tomorrow time. I'm Senora Loretta, and our Dikiki friend is
Matingen!
Matingen. Let's welcome our friends. Ready? A uno, a dos, a uno, dos, tres. Half a day, friend! Today's lesson is on Tautau Comunidad, which means people in our community. Do you know any people in our community?
I know some people.
Okay, here are some people you may know in our community. The first Tautau Comunidad is the mayor. Mayor. And how we say that in Chamorro is Mahot. Matingen. Mahot. Can you share with our friends how to say mahot?
Mahot. Mahot. Mahot.
Gov Malik. The second person in our Tautau comunidad is police. Police. Policia. Policia. Let's try that.
Policia. Policia. Policia.
Ah, you said that. Very, very wonderful. The next person in our Tautau comunidad is a firefighter. A firefighter. Yes, and that's a hose. Tautau Kimason. Tautau Kimason. Let's try that together.
Tautau Kimason. Tautau Kimason. Tautau Kimason.
Ah, wonderful. The next person in our Tautau comunidad is doctor. Doctor. Medico. Medico. Like a stethoscope. Yeah, medico. Let's try that.
Medico. Medico. Medico.
Ah, perfect. The next Tautau comunidad is a little bit, I think you guys know this person, a little bit like Jolly too. And that's the bus driver. Let's try that. Drive-in bus. Drive-in bus. That's a bus driver. Let's try saying that.
Drive-in bus. Drive-in bus. Drive-in bus.
Okay, perfect. This part we're going to learn a little bit of adjectives that we could use simple sentences in Chamorro for our Tautau comunidad. And these simple adjectives is smart. Smart. And how we say that in Chamorro is malati. Malati. Can you say that?
Malati. Malati.
Okay, let's use that with one of the Tautau comunidad, like the mayor. Do you remember how to say mayor?
Mahot.
Oh, Gov Malik. So we're going to say malati I mahot.
Malati I mahot.
Gov Malik. The next adjective is fast. Sadik. Sadik. Let's try that.
Sadik. Sadik. Sadik.
Gov Malik. And so, boys and girls, we're going to use that in a simple sentence. Sadik I policia. Sadik I policia. Let's try that.
Sadik I policia. Sadik I policia.
All right. That was so wonderful. The next adjective is funny. Natsalik. Natsalik. Let's try that.
Natsalik. Natsalik.
Oh, good job. And that means like very funny. So who do you think is so funny in our community?
Drive-in bus.
Oh, perfect. Let's try that in a simple sentence. Ready? Natsalik I drive-in bus.
Natsalik I drive-in bus.
Gov Malik. Luka. Luka. Luka means tall. Let's try that.
Look at. Look at. Look at.
What do you think luka means?
Tall.
Oh, good job. Tall. So we can say one of the Tautau comunidad is short and the other is tall. Who should we use as a simple sentence?
We should use look at for Tautau Kimason.
Oh, okay, let's try that for Tautau Kimason. Ready? Loka I Tautau Kimason. Loka I Tautau Kimason. Let's try that.
Look at I Tautau Kimason. Look at I Tao Kumasan.
Good job. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so proud of you, boys and girls. Okay, Famagun. That was our Tao Comunidad. Mahot, Policia, Tao Kimason, Medical, Drive-In Bus, and don't forget our adjectives, Malati, Sadik, Natsalik, very funny, Loka, Estamakpo tomorrow, Nat Safo Hamzu, Ajas.
Adios!
Fast, fun facts. Fast, fun facts. With Mr. Ernest Ochoco. Gothen Dag, everyone, and hello. Those are two ways to say hello in Icelandic. Now, why are we speaking Icelandic? It's because we want you to be more culturally sensitive and understanding of all the cultures in the world so that we can all be friends and have peace, right? The other one is because we are going to dive into the waters of the Arctic Ocean near Iceland and figure out some of the world's oldest living animal creatures. Ooh, cool. For today's Fast Fun Fact, I'm Mr. Ernest Ochoco, and we are going to explore the oldest living creatures. The first one is going to be a tortoise named Mr. Jonathan. Jonathan the tortoise, yeah, that's his name. He lived up to 183 years old. Now, the second creature on our list is a bowhead whale. Bowhead whale? I think either pronunciation works. But anyway, they have a triangular head that they use to break through Arctic ice and swim around the ocean. They live to around 200 years old. The third creature is a creature that is a clam with a very, very popular name nowadays. The clam's name is in the cartoon Family Guy. It's called Quahog. The Quahog clam lives up to 225 years old on average, but a particular clam was able to live up to 507 years old. Wow, can you imagine if I went to Ross? They'd just give me stuff. No more discount. They would just give me things for free. Because I would be 507. And for the grand finale, the Big Daddy, the oldest living seawater creature is, give me a drum roll, please. The sponge. Yeah, I said that, sponge. You're like, wow, the one that we use to scrub our body and scrub our dishes with? Yeah, that's the one. Well, of course, it has to be a natural sponge. So the sponge, in particular, Monoraphis chuni, can live up to 11,000 years old. That's older than the pyramids. The pyramids are like 8,000 years old. That's 11,000. That's a long time to live on this earth. Well, that's today's Fast Fun Fact with me, Mr. Ernest Ochoco. See you next time.
Hafa students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you students for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.